we've seen this of late with Quintana. The home run ball is killing him, and for selfish reasons, or thinking from a business perspective, outings like this are just gonna drop his trade value, and you're not gonna be able to get as much for him. Or if anything, perhaps we've talked about. I've talked about it. I think you've kind of just played along with me. Uh, but this is starting to become a little bit like Carlos Carrasco last year, a guy, veteran guy, uh, struggling, and every time his day comes in the rotation, you're just kind of like, all
Yeah.
right, hopefully he can get 5 innings today. Um, but the struggles for Katana have continued. Um, I mean, what's to make of him right now? We know we've talked about it of late. Not a high velo guy, relies on contact to get his outs, but unfortunately, the contact against him currently is hard contact.
Yes. Like I said last week, Jose Quintana has always been pretty solid because he allowed it. He, uh, he didn't allow home runs, and right now he does. So that's definitely a concern for me because he is still, by the way, two solo shots. So again, the home runs he did allow didn't provide that much runs. So that to me it's shocking because it seems like he has runners on every time. Again, a game where he walked three, allowed four hits, and had hit two batters in 4 innings. That's a lot of base runners. Last outing he allowed 10 hits, so in 6 innings. So that's a lot of base runners. Um, so shocking that it's again good that it's again solo shots because it could be a whole different line if he did allow them with runners on. So yeah, I do I do think that the Mets are gonna try to trade him. Obviously, he hasn't pitched well. If he pitched like last year, you get a little bit more out of him. I still don't think you get that much for a guy like Jose Quintana, but obviously more. Um, so yeah, that's not good. If the I do wonder, and I think I made a pretty good point in our chat yesterday, which you kind of ignored almost.
Shocker.
but but yes, if you have um, a rotation of young guys, which I obviously hope that the Mets or look forward. Let me rephrase that. Look forward to with the Mets with Scott Budo, maybe a guy like Vessel, maybe a guy like Hamill, maybe a guy like Blake Pitwell. And in between those guys, you do need innings, and I think Severino and Manaya are obviously the arms right now that will get a better return. So if the return for Jose Quintana is very light, maybe you need a guy and who makes his starts in between those young arms just to have some durability there and hope for the best, just like with Carlos Carrasco. I think with Carlos Carrasco, it was more of uh, you know, respecting, but I do see a bit of a reason for Quintana to stay that makes it better for the young guys, actually.